Hello, it's Alex from Nevermind Studying, and I'm here with a tutorial on how I take notes. Honestly, I adjust slightly depending on the subject or how lazy I'm feeling, but this is the bare bones method that works for me. You will obviously need pens, paper, a ruler, and if you want to be extra, and I'm always extra, use a couple of highlighters for color and calligraphy brush pens for titles. You can also use other things like Crayola Super Tips for calligraphy, but that involves a steeper learning curve. And to be even more jazzy and pizzazzy on your notes, slap on some washi tape or stickers for some more fanciness. So here's a demo. Number 1, write the header. This is where you can be fun and creative by using calligraphy or different markers. I tend to lean towards using brush pens for my headers, so if you're interested in different brush pens, Tombow Fudenosuke Soft Tip and Hard Tip, and the Pentafude Touch. These are small black brush pens that are good to write titles with. And if you want some color, there are the Tombow Duo brush pens and the Zebra Mildliner brush pens, but those are kind of pricey as they run at least $3 to $4 Canadian, so just be aware. Number 2, the subheading. I usually just write it down and then put a box over it just to make it look more organized and stand out. And sometimes if I'm feeling it, I will use colored gel pens instead of black. Number 3, if I need a subheader, I will just write it down and underline it to keep it more simpler. Number 4, the actual note. I use bullet points for the main points, indent and then dash line for information that's related to the main point, and then arrows or straight arrows for examples or information in more detail related to the dash line. So yeah, I will start with the main concept, break it down into understandable parts, and then put details or examples through arrows. Number 5, the even more fun part, the color. I like to stick to either 3, maybe even 4, but never more than 5, and this depends mainly on the subject. Like biology, where I might need to use many colors for diagrams. Too much color may look too chaotic on the page. I generally like to use color on vocab, important concept, and sometimes even for my subheaders to have color. Number 6, diagrams and other important things. I either write in colored ink, highlight with another color, or draw a box or maybe even a cloud for my diagrams. I'm more likely to do all the drawings, highlighting, and coloring after class because I do not have enough time to exchange pens or use highlighters during lecture as the prof or TA goes a little too fast for me. Plus, this also gives me an opportunity to annotate what I wrote so it's easier to process and slap on some sticky notes if I miss anything important. And I don't know about you guys, but since I entered university, trying to fit everything and making sure nothing falls from that small iPad-sized desk is a very difficult task for me, so I tend to limit what I take out. If I'm able to take reading notes in the peace of my own time, I definitely will use more color because I'm trying to use up the excess colors from my stationery collection. Number 7, making things pretty and aesthetic. And man, oh man, do I love making things look pretty. Let's be real, some of you guys probably clicked this video for this part, but I just want to stress out that functionality is more important to prioritize. However, making things pretty can be a motivation factor in of itself, and that's why I started taking notes like this in high school. So yeah, as you can tell from the entirety of this video, I am very extra. I will slap on some stickers, use some cute sticky notes, use washi tape, do some doodles on the top of my page, use calligraphy headers, put boxes around things, and use some fancy borders. I do try to keep the washi tape and sticker use to a minimum though, because slapping on like 10 stickers and using 3 washi tapes can look a little too cluttered and use too much space on the page. But please, the sky's the limit, cowboys and cowgirls. I don't know why I said that, but we're just gonna go with it. But please, my friends, go do whatever you want to achieve your level of prettiness and do what makes you feel good about your notes. Because always remember to feel proud of your notes. Don't compare your notes to other people because each of you have your own uniqueness. Or you're not even gonna look at it and you're just gonna waste your time at the end. So please do whatever works for you and what makes you proud of your own work. Now let's do a rundown of FAQs. Some people have been asking me how I managed to achieve font-like writing. There are a lot of tips and tricks for neat writing tutorials on YouTube like study quills. Write down the alphabet and incorporate the ways and styles you want to improve those letters into your writing slowly. I got my writing inspiration from TBH studying, as that was the kind of writing style I thought was pretty, but there are a lot of templates and styles on Google Images, and you just have to keep practicing until it becomes muscle memory. Sometimes my writing can change depending on the types of pens I use, so find a pen that can achieve the writing style you want and make your writing experience go more smoothly. I tend to like the Uniball Signal UM100 in 0.5 and the Pilot Juice Pen in 0.38 because it suits my writing better. You can also try different grips. I like to rest the pen on my ring finger and allow the middle finger, the index finger, and the thumb for support. I got questions asking me how I write in straight lines on blank paper. Tilt the paper sideways rather than putting it in 90 degrees, because in that angle your writing might start to shift. So tilt the paper to match the writing style and you should be able to write in straight lines. Simple as that. Some people also ask if I rewrite my notes, and the answer is yes. Well, maybe sometimes. That may sound like a waste of time, but sometimes I do miss a lot of things during lecture or want to add some things from the textbook and I have no space. But this is what works for me, so I keep doing it. However, I do like to make study guides and review sheets a week or two before the midterms and finals because it's easier for me to remember the information as it is more concise. For my favorite note-taking supplies, I like the Pilot Juice Pen in 0.38, this Pilot High-Tech Pen in 0.7, the Uniball Signal UM100 in 0.5, this fountain pen I got from the night market in 2018, mild liners, Pilot Friction Pastel highlighters, and the aqua blue, purple, and orange from the Unipropus window set because I don't really like the two other colors from that set. This extendable ruler from OOmomo, this correction tape from OOmomo as well, I don't really know the brand, 0.5 mechanical pencils, and this pack of Zebra Sarasa vintage gel pens in 0.5. For paper, I tend to either gravitate between regular printer paper, generic line paper, and Muji A4 graph paper. So yeah, I hope that helped, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Good luck to your own note-taking journey and to your future endeavors. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!